Good midday, good midday, good midday, good midday to each. Yeah, it's still a good day, but guess what? There's some stuff coming. Jemison, bless you for being here on this great day. There is some crazy possibilities of tornadic and wild weather that's coming. So we just want to remind you a little bit later of what is yet to come. Good midday, Carletta. How are you? Excuse me. Ah, gosh. And so we are grateful, regardless of what the weather may be or is going to be. Minister Sarah, Sharon, Elder James, myself, thank you so much for being here with us, along with the rest of you who are logging on to this great and wonderful time of sharing one with the other. Oh, here it is. And so for that, we bless the Lord. Nancy, bless you for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of that. FO, praying that all is well. Thank you, Kathy. You know what? Now, Kathy, tell the truth and shame the devil. No, but I'm making up for it today. I'm doing what I need to do. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because I got to order some water. I'm down to a case and a half, and I didn't really pay that much attention to it until I went to take the trash out. I was like, oh, I'm a little low on water. Cora, bless you. Carolyn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for those of you who are sharing at this time. And so I'm getting ready to place my order. Chaplain Hearns, bless you. There is nothing like ice cold water. My goodness. And so for that, we bless the Lord. Tamika, how are you? Um, just glad that you are here with us and able to share. Okay. What sale? What was the sale that's saying? I sure did miss it. But I have to order. We the water church. we we go through so much water here. It ain't even funny. Cynthia, how are you? We just bought a ton of different masks because people go through them like wildfire. And so we're just doing what we need to do. Fiji water. How much was the Fiji? See, you Gary make me upset. I done missed out on the bougie water. Okay. Yeah, I know. I gotta stay on. Sheila, how are you? Doe, praying all is well down there. What kind of weather you guys getting? Because we have some madness coming, and so we just want to thank God. Pamela, bless you. Iris, good after to the noon. Christy, praying that you are doing fabulously well, and we're just thankful to God for those of you who are here with us, and we're going to begin here in just a moment. Same, okay, all right, I got you, Minister Faye. Thank you so much for being a part of this sharing moment. Let me begin. Let me begin. I have a question, and I think the question is off time relevant, and it's something to make you think about something. Elder Pamela Massell, thank you so much for being here with us. It's not raining. Well, but Sheila, you guys, well now almost all of Ohio is under a Torcon 7. Carolyn, how are you? Good midday to you. And in case you don't know what a Torcon 7 is, the highest is 10 for probabilities of tornadoes. And as you well know, it will escalate as the temperature rises and the sun goes down. And so that's just basically the way it is. I'll deal with that a little bit later. Have you ever, and this might be more of a man thing than a female thing, but Bobby, bless you for being here. Rhonda, good to have you here. Have you ever gone into a new destination, Ayana, and you're kind of familiar with the land, the territory, or what have you, and the thing that is so fascinating is you will, James, thank you so much. I appreciate that, sir. You will say, I got this. I got this. And you're driving, and all of a sudden you begin to realize that you really don't know where you're going. You don't have a clue how to get there. And then that LMA, sweetheart, how are you? Lavonda, thank you so much for being here. And so that pride kicks in and says, I'm not going to utilize anything else because I know what I'm doing. I know where I am. I know where I'm going. And unfortunately, as time goes by, you find out that you're really not as accurate or capable as you thought you were. And so after a while, you have to begin to rely on other methods to get you to where you need to be. Usually, we very reluctantly will move into using our GPS, which has the ability to take us where we thought we were going, but we might have made a wrong turn, or maybe a mishap, or sometimes your pride just says, "Hey, I'm all right." And the question that hey, Linda and Sherry, how are you? The question that I'm dealing with is, when you get frustrated with yourself because you may not know where to go, do you, let's see, Timothy, do you still persevere? Good midday, Elder Clay. Do you still persevere to find it, or do you give up? Erica Forney, do you go back home? Do you go back to whatever's house? You get frustrated and bent out of shape. Well, every now and then, many of us have not a clue the level that God wants to take us to. And because it's unfamiliar territory, and we are, Veronica, and Vernice, we are creatures of comfort and habit. Can I talk about this for just a moment? I hope I'm not boring y'all with this, but I need us to understand that many human beings, from a psychological point of view, operate within functional fixedness, which means we do everything the same way. Any variances from it, any diversions from it, usually create some level of frustration. Lady Bowling, how are you? We get bent out of shape, we get tore up because we have now, and age has absolutely nothing to do with the functional fixedness. I want to talk to you about this because when you become, Linda, when you become functionally fixed, and I use this as an illustration before, I guess I'll go ahead and use it again. Pee Wee, bless your heart, dear. Thank you for being here. Love you much. When you're functionally fixed, you're the person who has to have the exact screwdriver in order for you to put the screw back in like where it needs to be. You know no other way of doing it because you are fixed. For those of us that are not functionally fixed, you notice I put myself, you could take a butter knife or you could take an instrument and something and you can do the same thing with it. But for those of us that have to have the screwdriver, anything, Katrina Harris, anything out of the norm of what we think should happen, it creates levels of frustration. We get taught, we get angry. Pastor Sate, how are you? We get mean and bitter because now God is now moving you to another level. And the funny thing about it is you asked for it. But what you fail to understand, new level, new devil, but you also need to recognize that that new level of encounter and the new work that God is having you to do. And can we please, Victor Trinette, can we please get away from functioning in the building? Can we get away from that? Because ministry is greater than what you do on Sunday morning. Sunday morning is a recharge for you to go out and do what you should be doing the rest of the week. Teach, Pastor. I'm doing the best I know how. I know I'm working this thing because I need us to get this, because many times we become frustrated because we can't internally function, and God didn't create us for internal functionality. He created us to be powerful witnesses to a dying world on how to live. Bless his holy name. And so we get bent out of shape because the norms are no longer there. The customary is no longer there. And God says, I want to do something in your life. But the problem with you is you're not ready, you're not happy, you're not satisfied. And then just like the person who says that I'm going to another destination, but I'm really not sure how to get there, and my pride and my arrogance won't allow me to put it into my GPS so I can get there. I go through these bumpy encounters that causes me to become angry and frustrated. And what we fail to understand is that to go to another level, there are some things that have to be left behind. There are some people who have to be left behind. Rosabelle, bless your heart for being. There are some, I've learned this the hard way. There are some people and some things you can't take with you in the new level of what you are doing with God. You cannot do it. And they'll make you feel bad. They'll make you feel guilty. They'll make you think that you're better than everybody else, blah, da, 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 yada, 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 all of that kind of stuff. But you have to understand that sometimes some relationships are just temporary. I need that to sink in for just a moment. Some things just have to be, because in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9, and you have to understand, he's dealing with the issue of wisdom and how God has spoken to those who are of him, and how you cannot in flesh do what God wants you to do in spirit. Lord. And he says, if the rulers of darkness had actually known what they were doing, they would have never crucified Christ, because the crucifixion of Christ gives us the victory and the power to overcome any devilish, demonic activity that ever comes our way. Look at what Paul says. But as it is written, eyes have not seen, nor ear heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what great things God has prepared. Wait a minute, y'all better catch this. God has prepared for those who love him. Can I talk about that for just a moment? Can I talk about that for just a moment? Can I deal with that for just a moment? Look at what he says. He says, you cannot fathom from your past encounters and experiences what great things God is going to do in your future. He says, your eyes have not seen, nor have you heard, nor has it entered into your heart the things that God has prepared for you. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. You got to listen to this. You got to listen to this. The things are prepared, but some things you can't participate in until you love him. Now I need to preface this. I need us to understand this clearly. You don't love him because of the stuff and things. You don't love him for the fringe benefits. You love him because there's not another person on earth or in heaven who has ever loved you like God through Christ has. I wish I had somebody who caught what I just said. These things are not prepared for the haters of God. These things are not prepared for the inconsistent in God. These things are not prepared for the nildy-weds and the I every now and then, or when I feel like it. Hey, Wendy, how are you? These things have been prepared for those who love God through Christ. Woo, I wish I had somebody who caught everything that I'm just saying, because I need us to know and to understand that God has prepared greatness, great opportunities, great events, great movements of himself through you, but he can't do it until you got a Love Jones going on with him. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Love Jones. Y'all know that song. Baby boomers, y'all know that song. And so in the midst of this, what you limit God in doing because you have not yet loved him. God says, if you ever fall in love with me, hey Rita, if you ever love me like I love you, and I know you can't never love me like I love you because you have not yet been able to grasp unconditional love because you live in a conditional world. Woo! Jesus, help me. And so, but you've got to recognize that in order for God to provide for you, there's stuff that's prepared for you, but it's been prepared for you when your heart is prepared for him. When your love for him is unconditional, good, bad, up, down, right, left, otherwise. You got to get this, and it can't be filial. And it can't be sensual. It's got to be agape. It's got to be the kind of love that exists between you and God, not because of the fish sandwiches, not because of the healing, not because of the deliverance. These types of love expressions come from the fact that he loved me in spite of me. While I was yet a sinner, he died for me. While I was yet in sin, he died. When I wanted nothing to do with him, he wanted everything to do with me. I wish I had somebody who's catching it. And then when you catch on fire because of his love toward you, you start loving on him like you ain't never loved before. And when you get the love of Jesus, there's not another human being who can take the place. Nothing can pull me away from my God. Yeah, I threw that stuff in there. Oh my God, Sister McLeod, how are you? And so what you've got to recognize and what you've got to grasp is when you start loving on him. I'm talking about in the morning, Lord, I love you. I just love you. I don't love you because you woke me up. I just love you because of who you are. I just love you because you've been good to me. I just love you because when I laid down last night, I was all right. When I got up this morning, I was even better because you gave me another day. And in that new day is new mercies and new grace and new opportunities that have been affectionately granted to me. And so when I love him, then the preparation, the thing that God has prepared for you before the foundation of the world starts exhausting itself into your life, starts extending itself into your life. And so you quit looking for the cars and the diamonds and the gold and the junk and the bling and all of that. You start talking about, I just want more of you. I just want to be where you want me to be. I want to do what you want me to do. I want you to live the way you want me to live. And let me come in contact with some folk who ain't living like you've created them to live, so I can show them how you waited on me, how you took time to develop me so that I could understand what real love. I know the enemy tainted my love. I know the enemy messed me up. I know the enemy tried to get me to not feel what the real love of God is. But now that I've got it, the devil and hell can't take it from me. It controls my behavior. It controls my heart. It controls my actions. Woo. Okay, I'm done. I'm at my 15 minutes. I'm done. Sonia, I'm done. He says, eyes have not seen, nor ear heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what great things God has prepared for those who create within me Sharon, a clean heart, and renew the right spirit within me. Okay, listen, I gotta go. I gotta go. I've been saying this. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Listen, please, ma'am, please, sir, please be careful. There are tornado warnings that are coming out for the area. I give myself away. Don't y'all start. Don't y'all start. Don't y'all start. Pee wee. My God. Please be careful. Whatever you got to do, if you can do it now, get it over with, because as later in the day comes, the worsening of the atmosphere is going to be. I just want you to be safe. I don't want you to get caught out in torrential downpours or the possibility of tornadoes. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I got some stuff I need to do around here. I'm watching the weather. I'm doing what to figure out what time I need to head on back to the Pondee, uh, and make sure that I get back safe. And so I love you. I love every one of you with the love of Jesus Christ. I appreciate you so much taking time out of your schedules, your hectic schedules, those times when you could be doing a million other things, and you turn around and say, I just want to spend a little time with him, so that he can pour into me and give me a little something that'll help me make it through the rest of my day. Y'all be blessed. Y'all let the power of our God abide in you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.